Hey, what's going on everyone? TechnicallyWild here, and welcome back to once again another trophy guide tutorial for World War II zombies. Today we are covering the Tortured Path. Sorry this video is a little bit late, you guys have probably already done the Easter eggs already, but maybe you're missing a couple trophies. I was gonna upload this the second I completed all the Easter eggs, however I wanted to obtain all the trophies myself so I had first-hand experience so I could explain it in the best and most efficient way possible. As always, in the description, there is going to be timestamps if you guys want to skip to a certain part of the Easter egg or a certain trophy. There will be all trophies and all Easter egg steps listed down there. Comment below if you guys need help, and without further ado, let's get into it. So the first 5 trophies I'm going to go over are extremely easy to obtain. They are all non-Easter egg oriented, meaning you don't need to complete the Easter egg to get these trophies. The first trophy is going to be Ride of the Century. In the Tortured Path, complete 100 objective waves. This one's really easy to do. On rounds 3, 6, and 9, literally complete the objectives, and that counts to one of the 100. Normally, you'd get this just by playing through, but if you're trying to speedrun this, just do those objective rounds. The next trophy is B.A.T Elite. In the Tortured Path, reach max barrel ranking. This is literally reaching level 50 in the Tortured Path game mode. It's so easy to do. If you have secret characters, or if you just played a lot of World War II zombies, the second the Tortured Path was released, you would already have a head start to your level. I think when I started, I was level 38, so you should have a good boost if you like to play zombies a lot. Over-engineered is the next trophy, and to obtain this in the Tortured Path, collect 25 engineered parts. Really easy to do. Whenever you kill a boss, they'll drop this weird little capsule thing. You pick it up, it'll list a gun name on your screen. It'll give you a 10% damage bonus for that gun, and it will be one of the engineered parts. You only have to complete 25 maps, so once again, just by playing through and doing Easter eggs and whatnot, you will easily obtain this trophy. Extra Tortured Path is a little bit of a more difficult trophy to obtain. In the Tortured Path, successfully escape from every map without using Blitz. So if you do secret character challenges, you will easily know what to do for no perk challenges. If you don't, basically, you're going to want to run no perks and try and be as safe as possible. I will throw a loadout on screen for those of you that are struggling with this challenge. This is the loadout that I used, and it worked the most efficient for me. Whenever you guys are losing shield for some reason, always pop a frontline to get those shields back. And this trophy, it's really self-forward. You just have to get used to Tortured Path and play the maps through. David Meet Goliath is a kind of semi-Easter egg oriented one. If you're doing the Easter egg solo, you'll get this trophy. But if not, in the Tortured Path, beneath the ice map, defeat the Guardian solo. This is basically just beating the boss solo. You don't have to do it with no downs or with any weird challenges like that. Just go into beneath the ice solo and beat the map and escape, and you will get this trophy. Now that we've finished the first 5 trophies, now let's go into the Easter egg trophy. Now there is a trophy for each map to escape it, but we are going to go in depth and do the full Easter egg on each 3 maps. So with Into the Storm, there is going to be 8 Easter egg steps, and you have to complete it before round 8. If you mess up an Easter egg step, you will have to restart the game and do it all from scratch. On round 1, you're going to want to collect zombie body parts. There is going to be a head, 2 arms, 2 legs, and a torso. There is going to be a link in the description to a video showing you where all the parts are. And also on round 1, you're going to want to collect a rope on a tree branch to the left of the first pack punch battery you have to charge. You simply just want to shoot this rope off and wait till the round 2. On round 2, you're going to want to follow the fence line until you see a broken tree in the river. Just hold square and you will lift it up. You will also collect the rope. On round 5, you will have a bunch of stuff to do this round. This is the first round Wustlings spawn in, and what you want to do for part 4 of the Easter egg is you want a Wustling to charge into another Wustling. This will drop one of their green arm hammers. You'll see it glowing green. Pick it up. That's how you're going to stop the Windmill. Also, you will have a pod drop similar to the pods in Shadow Throne, and it will also drop 2 rods beside the dead cow and beside the Jeep right beside it. Pick these up and you have all parts ready for the Windmill. What you have to do is strap a zombie to the biggest fan of the Windmill, the one that it has the least damage. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to stop the first blade at 6 o'clock, which is basically straight down. Once you've stopped it at 6, you're going to want to put all the parts there. So you will see you put the zombie with the ropes and the metal rods. Then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to put the windmill all the way to 12, and then once it's at 12, the zombie at the very top of the windmill will get struck by lightning and will fall to the ground. You do not need to do anything for the next rounds, just wait and it will be revived. On round 6, you're going to want to just do the challenge round, and then on round 7, the zombie will be revived. You will have to escort it into the hole in the wall beside a fireplace. Basically, you do not want this zombie to die, or you will have to restart. Get monkeys, jack in the boxes, all that good stuff, and you will be good to go. On the following round of round 8, a zombie will crawl out and you'll have to charge it with zombie souls, as well as escorting it to make sure it doesn't die. It will go all the way to the wine cellar and then will drop a battery if fully charged. You will pick up this battery, put it in the little battery container, and the closet door with the hilt inside it will open up next to it. And that is the Easter egg for Into the Storm. Seasick is the next trophy, and to complete this in the tortured path, successfully escape from across the depths. Now for the Easter egg of this, there is going to be 8 steps, and the first step on round 1, you're going to want to knife the battery after you charge the first Pack-a-Punch battery right beside Pack-a-Punch. This will put you into a Geistkraft vision, and you will be in this vision until you complete the Easter egg. What you have to do on the following round of round 2 is there will be 9 flopping fish that spawn. The locations of the fish do not change, so it will be the same 9 locations every single game. All you have to do is shoot the fish until all 9 have disappeared, and you are ready to head to round 3. On round 3, you're going to get a large salmon that spawns on the deck during your objective round. What you have to do is escort this salmon by standing near it, and it will swim to different locations around the map. There's going to be 3 battery locations where it will swim and stop, and there will be a little battery pod where you need to insert a battery. The batteries are located in hidden wall bisections around the map. They change every single battery. I have not had a game where it's been in the same location twice. So what you have to do is you have to find the hidden battery location, buy the battery for 3,000 jolts, and then take the battery to the battery holder where the salmon is. What you now have to do is you now have to charge the battery with souls. It can get pretty messy, so make sure you bring lots of insta-kills and jack in the boxes. Once you've completed battery 1, head to battery 2, and then once you're done battery 2, continue through battery 3, but do not finish battery 3 because you will want to get set up with Pack-a-Punch guns, jack in the boxes, perks, and so on and so forth. So I recommend completing battery 1 on round 4, starting battery 2 on round 4, and then finishing battery 2 on round 5. And then on round 6, complete your objective round, and then round 7, get battery 3 as charged up as possible because you will want to head to the next step on round 8. On round 8, once you complete battery 3, you will freeze in place and then you will teleport to the underwater section of the map. Here, you're going to go through 3 flashbacks from the 3 prior maps. After you have the flashback from the map, bosses from that map will spawn and you have to kill them and then jump to the next platform. Be careful because if you miss a platform, you will die. On the 4th and final platform, there is going to be a little mini game that you have to play. Now if you mess up, boss zombies will spawn and you will have to fight them off. That's why I recommend getting set up. What will happen here is there's going to be metal buckets and there's going to be a salmon that teleports into one of the buckets. It will appear and then move into the bucket. Then the buckets will shift around and you have to keep your eye on the bucket that the salmon is in, because if you shoot the wrong bucket, then you fail and you have to fight the bosses and restart. If you do shoot the right bucket, then the salmon will swim up and then more buckets will spawn for the second go, and then you have to do the second time. And then the third and final is the hardest, but if you have a really good team that has really good hand-eye coordination and just basic vision skills like that, you will get this bucket every single time. If not, you just gotta guess it. You might have to go through a couple waves of bosses before you get it, like I did my first time doing the Easter egg, but don't worry, the bosses aren't too overwhelming. You can kill them pretty easily if you have 9mm akimbos papped. Anyway, once you complete the minigame of buckets, then you will teleport back to the ship, and then right in front of you on the table will be the Pommel in a little box. Now all you have to do is defeat the Stadtjäger and escape the map, and that is the Across the Depths Easter egg. The next trophy is Be Home for Christmas. In the Tortured Path, escape beneath the ice. This is really easy to do. Let's just get into the Easter egg. So, step 1, before round 1 even starts, go and knife the battery in the little guardian defense room where the little, I guess, pedestal thing where you build the sword is. Knife this battery 3 times and you are ready to go. what I recommend doing on round 1 with 1 zombie left, brute force the code. So if you go up to this little wall with all the Norse symbols on it, on screen what you're going to see is all the possible combinations. I recommend brute forcing it so you can get the first part to the sword, which is the hilt on round 1. It's really just a guess and check thing. If you put in a code, so if there's like a 5-digit code and you put in 5 digits and it's the wrong code, I recommend putting in other symbols just so you can reset it. So it resets when you get a little earthquake type shake thing on it. But if it is the right code, there will be a weird little red Geistkraft electricity that will shock it, and then you are ready to skip to the next round. So on round 2, what will happen the second you put the hilt into the little pedestal, there will be an earthquake, and a box of flares will fall from the little scaffolding, and it'll be on the stairs. You can pick up flares whenever you want. It will replace your tactical spot though, so if you have jack-in-the-boxes or whatever in your tactical slot, it will replace it. There is 4 little flare type holder things. There's like handle holders, I don't even know what they're called, in the ritual room. What you have to do in a certain amount of time is throw the flares in here. Once you've done all 4, go pick up some more flares and head back to the little Norse code wall. There's going to be 2 more to the left and right of it. Once these flares are lit up, there is 1 left, and it is right beside the scaffolding where the B.A.T Elite drops fall. Once you've done all of that, in the wall there is going to be a little support beam that slides out of the way, and you will have your stuff for the next code. You will have the next little disc. Go to the Norse wall, put that disc in. Then what you can do now is go to the little battery, knife it, and it will put you into that Geistkraft vision from the Across the Depths map. You can now look at all the locations for the codes, or you can just brute force the code again. There will be a link in the description for all code locations. I'm personally not going to cover them because I'm honestly not bothered to. Basically, once you get the second code put in, it will drop now the Pommel. So you will now have the hilt and the Pommel. Basically, what you're going to want to do on round 4, because round 3 is going to be an objective round, there is going to be these pressure plates around the map. You have to stand on an active pressure plate, so make sure a pressure plate goes down. And if you're doing this with co-op, every single other person has to be standing on a pressure plate as well. What you have to do on this pressure plate is kill zombies on the pressure plate, and it will fill the pressure plate with blood. Once the pressure plates are filled, you'll get that sound that shows you have done the step correctly, and then in the pedestal room where you are building the sword, in the blood surrounding it, there is going to be the last disc you need to put into the Norse wall. Then you just need the third code, which again on round 6 or 4, depending on when you finish this, you can go into the Geistkraft vision and find the last code. Once you have the last code put in correctly, the blade will fall and you will now be able to assemble the sword. Once you assemble the sword, you will now be able to pick it up. It will have mixed abilities depending on what attack you use of all the hilt, pommel, and blade. I guess the hilt doesn't really have an attack, but it's basically the sword from the Final Reich. Now, all you have to do is escape the map and beat the Guardian, and there you have it, the full Easter egg guide. And then once you achieve this, you will get the trophy called I Have the Power, which leads us to the last trophy, which is Lurker. Lurker is to find and shoot Klaus. So just like finding and shooting Dr. Groff, what you have to do is once you're in that little Geistkraft vision, you have to walk around the map and you will hear Klaus moaning and screaming. You have to locate where Klaus is, and he will appear in a ghostly vision. You only have a couple of seconds to shoot him, but once you do shoot him, you will get this trophy. It is kind of hard to get this trophy. It took me about 6 games to get Klaus to spawn in. Some people I know were really lucky and got him right away. Others were not so lucky. But there you guys have it. There's all 10 trophies and the full Easter egg guide for the Tortured Path. Once again, I want to apologize for how late this upload is going to be. Basically, Xbox and PC are going to be doing this now. So if you guys are from Xbox and PC, you guys will actually have this guide uploaded by the time you guys get the map. Other than that, guys, I'll see ya in the next one. Peace.